Semiramis, a beautiful hotel located in this place but disappeared with the appearance of this bridge in the 1980s. It had swimming pools and parks, beautiful sessions, parties, and unforgettable evenings. People spent hours by the river, gazing at its quietly moving waves on the eternal journey south. Among these sweet meetings and gatherings, there is one mentioned by Mr. Amin al-Mumayyiz in his book Baghdad, an evening where he met the American Genevieve in 1957 and her mother. They were very elegant and beautiful, and even him, a distinguished diplomat who smiled proudly as he took this commemorative photo. It seems that he was delighted, but he quickly criticized Genevieve, contradicting the harmony between the photo and the page in which the photo was put. Of course, he was referring to what she did after death of the king, after a year of this meeting. Then for some vague reason, the king expelled Genevieve and her mother from Iraq. In 1958, when the king was killed, Genevieve went to court confirming that she had married the king and was the queen of Iraq. And she was finally able to convince the court of the United States, supported by a testimony from one of the princes of the royal family, that the marriage took place. Prince Bediah says that this princess received from Genevieve a sum of $15,000 as a bribe in exchange for this testimony. Almost all sources fully confirmed that it was a fraud. The king died at the age of 23, and he was shy and had no female relations, and he was engaged to Princess Fadila, and the engagement lasted several months, and that Genevieve's gesture was to seize the king's money deposited in the banks of the United States, which amounted to $114,000, which is strange that the same justice imprisoned her children's charges of sexual abuse by her and her boyfriend, later got her imprisoned for 3 years at the Bedford Hills Correctional Facility for Women. She left in 1989 and died in 2010. Her story begins with the king from childhood, when she met him in Switzerland, and the meetings continued after that. He visited her in the United States, and she and her architect mother followed him to Iraq, where the mother worked under contract. Was it one-sided love, or was it really love? According to her, she came to Iraq to marry the king, and she did marry him, but the marriage was not announced, and she confirms that she spent her honeymoon in Iraq in the palace Agar Guf. Things remain intriguing and ambiguous. Was she a love, a friend, or she pretends? It seems that the truth has been lost. Maybe it's better, because even if it appears, it is not going to be convincing. Many facts come to us through history with different, sometimes even contradictory faces, and we ask confusing questions, because this photograph of her and him in the United States, which she presented as evidence in court, was in harmony and very coherent. Finally, can't we say that it is coincidence? The books continue to convey information, but they don't give a convincing theory, and time might erase the facts. The truth that I know is that this place brought together these beautiful passing personalities with their lies and with their sincerity, came from afar and come back there. The truth that I know is that the place was wonderful. Even the writer Agatha Christie used to come here and take advantage of the place to write her amazing stories. I was supposed to attend a party today at the hotel and meet all these weird, lying, dreamy, honest, wonderful, elegant personalities. But I was told that the hotel no longer exists, and that it has disappeared and is only a memory that has almost been forgotten. And let's close this photo album of these elegant, good, upstart personalities and get rid of the handcuffs of memory and escape before we lose the key. As for the king, I hear him quote, without farewell, like a stalk drying up without farewell, like the water that dries up without farewell. I am like the road that withers and burns. How cheap love is when it is bought and sold. How cheap love is when it is bought and sold. Thanks.